Okay, I should be going right now. This is Super Jetski Bros, which means this will be minimal editing. I will be telling you guys. What am I telling you guys? What's been happening with the V8 and why there's no real official video yet? And I need to get like a big old thing of caffeine. Yeah, then I'll just be back on the screen with it. Yeah, perfect. It has been a while. I feel like I'm doing a live stream or something. Oh, coffee. That'll fall for sure. Yeah, so I've been dying to do a video, but I haven't had a completed video with this. And man, there's been so much that has happened, but also sort of nothing, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, you guys are here for an update, and let me just talk you through what's been going on. I'll have to edit that, or I could leave it. Anyways, that was allergies, yeah. The thing is, so after LS Fest, my wife kind of said I needed to take a break for a little bit, so took a couple of days off, and which was fine. You know, whatever, I get it. There was a lot of extra effort put into this to get it ready for LS Fest, and for sure needed just a little bit of a break. And let's see, right after that, some of Emily's relatives came over, and also we had Mia's birthday during that time. I think they were over here for 5 days. We had Mia's birthday party, and also one of her relatives said to me, I really want to go jet skiing. I'm thinking about going on this jet ski trip. I've been wanting to try jet skiing for 10 years. And I'm like, man, we're gonna make that happen like right now. So we did a little bit of jet skiing so that, you know, we could make a 10-year dream come true, which all that was really cool, but that burned up, you know, a couple of weeks. And, you know, other than the couple of days I took off, I've spent, you know, every day a little bit of time working on this. So I have been working on it in those first 2 weeks. And after that, I really got into working on it. And one of my problems is I have a hard time ordering parts far ahead of time. And maybe that's just because of the nature of what this is. It's such a puzzle. I can't see what I need till I get to that. Okay, I was saying that I have a hard time pre-ordering the pieces that I need. And maybe that's just me or just the nature of the build. And the reason that I may be saying this twice, the battery died on the GoPro. I had to put a new battery in, and I don't know how much it recorded. It's been very slow as far as parts and parts ordering. Also, everything is taking sort of extra long because I'm not just putting it together with the idea like I want to start it. I'm putting it together with the idea that we're going to take it out and ride it. So yeah, we are going to start it, but after that we'll be heading out to the water to ride it. So I've been putting a little bit more time into putting it together. Stand this up. So I should say there's probably spoilers here, but there's something that's gonna change, you know, your life or make the real video less enjoyable. I mean, yeah, you'll spot maybe a few little things on the ski, but like I said, you know, it's not gonna ruin anything for you. It's nothing earth shattering. So I got this. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, parts ordering, getting parts, putting the parts on, figuring out the next thing I need. One of the craziest things, I'll just show you what's going on in the back here, is I worked really hard to clean a lot of stuff up, like the gearbox and everything. And I put a lot of effort into like the hoses, if that even makes sense at all, because there's so many water lines on this. I mean, check this out. It's It's my water distribution block that I made. And all these are water lines in. So it's been a lot of just figuring it out, putting it together, putting the puzzle together. And I wanted to have the startup video for you guys probably today. This is probably coming out on Sunday, but this is on Super Jetski Bros. So I wanted to have it today. Oh man, here's the real kicker. It's been really slow. The progress has been... Don't take this as complaining, guys. I'm just trying to tell you what happened. So progress has been slow, and just my life with the way it is right now, it's kind of tough for me to get solid work hours on this. So I'm lucky to get like a half an hour chunk of work before I get interrupted. So with getting interrupted every half an hour or 20 minutes, and also having to figure out the parts I need to put it all together, it's just taken a lot longer than I would want to get it ready to go out on the water. But also this last week, I got sick again, and man, that was not what I wanted. So feeling pretty much better now, and yeah, very close on this thing. I'm hoping to have it fired up this week and the video out on next Sunday. I guess I can't make any guarantees or promises, but that's the plan, and I'm hoping to do that. I tighten the injector rails down before I forget. So I don't think this will like change anybody's life to know this, but new injectors. I got new injectors for this, and so was just finishing putting those in, and it would be ready to start pretty soon. I'm not gonna start it right now because it's too late in the day to start this thing up. So yeah, I guess now you know I put new injectors in this thing. And yeah, there's other stuff you can see, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So that's just an update on how it's going with this. Everything's fine. Everything's going, I would say, good but slow. Oh, okay. Good but slow. For example, I was working on putting the new injectors in today, and of course the injectors that I got aren't just like super drop into this intake manifold, so I had to use some like little weird adapter things or whatever. I had them sitting around, which was good, and I was trying to figure out the different, fuel injector O-rings that I needed, and I accidentally dropped one of the O-rings into the intake manifold, which went down and landed on the valve of the engine. So I had to take the intake manifold off so I could get that O-ring out. Not that a rubber O-ring would super damage an engine if you started it up in there, but I just didn't want to have to deal with that. But what's really interesting is when I had the manifold off, I kind of I flipped it upside down and I heard something rattling around inside. So there was something inside my intake. And I ended up getting the pieces out. You probably can't see. It's like two little pieces of steel. And I took a long time to think about what in the world could that possibly be? How did that get there? Near as I can figure, when this thing, this doesn't even make sense, but the only thing I can figure is when this thing broke a valve spring and lost a valve last year, that it shot some pieces into the intake manifold. So I think it must have been an intake valve. And so it shot some shrapnel into the intake manifold. And I guess I'm lucky that it didn't get sucked up into one of the other cylinders. But yeah, it kind of looks like a chewed up piece of like a valve keeper or something. Yeah, I don't know. Could be a valve stem or whatever. But yeah, that's an interesting thing that happened. So progress is happening. It's going slowly. I think we're almost there to the point where things, I should like knock on wood. Things will be speeding up. All the stuff I'm doing right now, like the last little bit of finishing it up, hoses, fittings, everything else, it's a lot of little nitty gritty stuff, and it's all very time consuming and there was something else I wanted to say about it, but it's a slow process. This last little bit to get it ready. Nitty gritty. I want to say it was nitty. It's like the last little bit of this is taking almost as much time as all the rest of like the big components. And I have put up, I've put so many hoses and hose clamps and fittings on this thing. It's pretty crazy, but really appreciate you guys for sticking with us, and grateful for you guys just being awesome in general, and look forward to having some more good content for you guys. There is another build that is not the V8 ski that we have been working on the last couple weeks, and I'm excited to show you that as well. That's not going to be groundbreaking or earth-shattering of a build, but I am hopeful that you guys will like it. That'll do it for this one, and I will see you guys in the next video.